will do wonders for Rovers. It just depends what, I guess, what his attitude's like and things like that. I mean, yes, he's not going to have match fitness, but there again, I guess maybe the rest of the team are going to be that fatigued with this season going on so long that, you know, having one totally fresh player is going to be good for them.
Yeah, I don't worry.
I'm just really undecided about it as a signing.
Yeah, I don't worry about his attitude, sort of, but I get where you're coming from. I do worry about how good he is anymore. Just because I think he'll be fantastic in coming out of yardage. I don't think you'll get huge amounts of mistakes from him when he's carrying the ball out of his own end on tackles 1 and 2. So Rovers should enjoy a bit better field position from having him.
He doesn't strike me as a Rovers winger.
You mean he's big?
They go.
He's bulky. Yeah, They're normally skinny, aren't they, their wingers?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you look at our wingers, and they're all as wide as they are high.
Right. He's a Hull FC winger.
Yeah, Rovers have got Ben Crooks, who, you know, turns sideways and he disappears. And players like that. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what's really striking me, is just it just doesn't feel like he fits with Rovers in terms of physique. And as you say, you know, lack of errors and things like that.
although it does maybe suggest a shift in mindset and realising that one of the areas that they maybe don't capitalise on enough is those early tackles and this.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because he's not going to help us much on the late tackles if the last 2 years are a bit to go by with his try scoring record.
No, yeah. I mean, we've both. I think we've all said that KR's squad was looking a bit thin next year based on who they'd signed. So, you know,
how many
looking at it positively. Well? Those two signings are good signings, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Now they need to find some halfbacks. Right. You wanted to tell us about Huddersfield, what they've been doing, Sarah?
I did. They've returned the services of England forward Chris McQueen on a contract for 2021. McQueen initially joined on a short-term deal in September and has scored 2 tries in the last 9 Super League matches of this season. McQueen has made more than 150 appearances in the NRL with South Sydney, Gold Coast Titans and the West Tigers representing Queensland in the Origin Series in 2013 and 14. And he played for England in 2017. He's a player I really like. I don't know about anybody else. I think he's been very good for Huddersfield.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I've been sort of surprised how good he's been. Actually, how kind of strong a role he's played in the side in the sort of last few weeks. I mean, I know he hasn't helped him win that many games, but I agree with what you're saying, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just he's one of those players, you know, when you're watching, you're like, oh, there's that guy, I really like him, and then you like waiting for him to get the ball so you can remember what his name is.
And also, I really like him, but top knot.
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
I just can't think of him now without wanting to find out why on the back of his shirt the little C is at the top, but on the back of McGilvery and McIntosh's shirt, the little C is at the bottom. It's blagging my head so much that I need to know why. So Huddersfield people, tell me why.
I've not noticed that.
Oh
no, that's some forensic level looking at. I've also not noticed that. That's amazing. Yeah. I can understand why it'd drive you potty if you'd actually noticed it though.
Yeah.
On to Castleford anyway.
There's no more matches to watch it now and have a look at it.
No.
But I trust you. That's how it was. So Castleford coach Darryl Powell has confirmed the departure of forward Junior Moores. The 34-year-old prop has not been offered a new deal at the Tigers, but Powell was full of praise for Moores, who's made more than 100 appearances for the club since 2015.
I would guess like 75 of those appearances were 2015 to 2018. It feels like he hasn't played much in the last 2 years.
No. If I was to put, maybe Mystic Meg or Hound for a minute, I reckon most to KR. That's your guess.
Ooh.
That would be the three then, wouldn't it?
The three big forwards.
Yeah. Job done.
He would suit their style, though, wouldn't he, potentially?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Castleford have completed the signing of Gareth O'Brien on a 3-year deal. The 29-year-old ex-Warrington, Salford and Toronto Wolfpack fullback joined Cass on loan in August in the wake of the Canadian side's collapse it says in March here, on what I've copied and pasted from, but they told us they were playing until the end of July. So Tom Andrews said maybe playing two fullbacks next year will be the secret that unlocks the fabled Cass piss the league undefeated season. Probably not, though. Yeah, Gareth O'Brien signing when they've signed Niall Evalds. It's kind of like Cass have spent 2 years without a clear first choice fullback, and now they've got two for next year.
Well, you just do what we can do and play one of them at centre. I mean, it gives them flexibility, doesn't it? Let's be frank.
And injury cover.
Exactly.
It's depth as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously O'Brien's got all, he's been playing a lot of fullback, but he also has flexibility in where he can play, doesn't he, in terms of the halves and stuff. So,
yeah. And if any side seems to get injuries in the halfbacks, it seems to be Castleford.
It definitely was last year, or this year, should I say?
But just the amount of times you've seen Grant Millington playing at standoff, it tells me they've got injury problems there. So getting some depth isn't a big shame.
Yeah, I'd rather have O'Brien than Millington at playing at 6. Yeah, that's for sure.
Shall we move into some quickfire championship stories, Sarah?
Yep. So Halifax have made Hull Kingston Rovers prop Dan Murray their 5th signing ahead of 2021. He joins on a 2-year deal after playing 12 Super League games for the Robins this season. The 24-year-old had previously played in the top flight for Salford as well as the Robins. He joins the likes of Gadwin Springer and Greg Worthington at the club next season. Another solid signing.
He hasn't made any impression on me this year. Bradford Bulls have confirmed the signing of Hull KR youngster Elliot Wallace. The wing at 20 joined the Bulls on loan, having spent a short spell with York this year. He's made 6 Super League appearances for the Robins, scoring twice.
Leeds Centurions have added a 4th halfback to their squad in the shape of Toronto playmaker Joe Mellor. He will team up with former Toronto teammates and halfback Ryan Brearley and Blake Wallace. Jamie Ellis will also compete for a place in the matchday squad next season. The 29-year-old Mellor spent 7 seasons with Widnes, having come through Wigan Academy. He has played 137 times in the Super League.
A plethora of halfbacks.
Yeah. Who know their way around getting dropped from Super League squads.
Yeah, they'll do very well in the Championship next year. They'll be fine.
Oldham fullback or winger Kyron Johnson has signed a new 1-year deal with the Championship club. Johnson scored 12 tries in his previous 35 games for the Ruffians.
Late line in from the Championship Batley Bulldogs have confirmed the signing of halfback Tom Gilmore, the former Widnes Vikings halfback, joins the club for 2021, having become a free agent as a result of Ottawa Aces deferral from next year's League One. Gilmore started the season with Halifax but ended it on loan with Salford. He was meant to join the Canadian club, but obviously their withdrawal has allowed Batley to sign the halfback for the 21 season.
Yeah, first of many, I would guess. So Hunslet have signed experienced halfback Jaimel Coleman. The 32-year-old joins the club on a 1-year deal from League One rivals Newcastle Thunder. The former London Scholars York and Keighley playmaker is in contention to play for Jamaica in next year's World Cup.
Keighley have released Jordan Aitchison from the final year of his contract. He's a product of the club's former scholarship and reserves programme, so he's on the lookout for a new club.
Workington Town have signed Cumbrian prospect Ethan Bickerdike on a 2-year contract from Community Club Millham.
Sorry, go on, it's you, Al.
No, go on. It's all right. It's confusing, this
Three-way, yeah.
Anyway, Hunslet have announced the signing of young forward Lewis Ray. He signed a one-year deal with the Parksiders after spells at Keighley and Wakefield.
And Doncaster have signed prop Joseph Feller. It's a good name, isn't it? I like that. Joseph Feller for the 2021 league campaign. The 20-year-old is a product of Castleford's academy, and his father Tony played for the Dons during the 2001 season. This is ridiculous now. We can't have people playing for the same club that the Suns played for this century. Time is flying by.
We're getting old.
Yeah. A few other League One lines. Newcastle have re-signed prop Liam McAvoy. The Cumbrian returns to Thunder after spending a year experiencing life in Australia, is what the Love Rugby League press note said there. He joins Bob Bezic, Matty Wright and Lewis Youngus, new members of Newcastle, confirmed members of 2021 Newcastle squad. Hunslet have signed Jamaica international Aaron Jones Bishop for next season. The 30-year-old has signed a one-year deal with the Parksiders, having recovered from the knee injury he suffered whilst playing for Oldham. North Wales Crusaders has signed St Helens youngster Callum Hazard on a permanent basis. 21-year-old spent 2019 on loan with the Welsh outfit, making 18 appearances for them, and also made his Super League debut for Saints later that year. And Keighley have confirmed that Matthew Bailey has agreed a new one-year deal with the club. Bailey will enter his 9th season with the Cougars in 2021, having played 125 games for the club so far. That's not a lot of games for 9 seasons, but good for him to get another gig next year.
Yep.
I think it's Sarah.
Into the community, Warrington-based community club Woolston Rovers have linked up with the Greek Rugby League in a partnership that is set to benefit both organisations. The partnership will see Greek domestic players given the chance to further their development at a higher level in a traditional rugby league heartland. The Greek players will also be offered opportunities to gain coaching qualifications and experience while at Woolston. Greece will play in the Rugby League World Cup for the first time next year when England hosts the tournament. Their squad will contain a minimum of 8 domestic squad members. There is already a Greek connection in Warrington with Greece national coach Steve Georgalis playing for the Wolves in Super League back in 2001.
I would not have known how to pronounce his name until he was made the interim coach at the Bulldogs this year.
Of course he was, yes. Yes.
How's Brexit going to affect that?
Pass.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it doesn't know. I guess if they're coming over as amateurs, they're probably coming over as tourists. Pass.
Yeah, anyway, but good luck to the people being proactive in finding new sort of ways to progress their careers and stuff. And I think the Greek Rugby League has always had a disjointed history and stuff, but it sounds like someone's organised something here, which is impressive.
Yeah, chance to get used to the weather.
Yep.
And finally, York City Knights bound Ryan Atkins has been banned for 3 months after admitting he placed a bet on former club Wakefield and thereby breaching rugby league rules. An RFL investigation found the 35-year-old centre made a single bet on Trinity's game with Wigan in September without inside information. Atkins had already been deregistered by Trinity when the breach took place. In a statement issued by the RFL, he expressed regret over the incident. If I could wind back the clock, I would not have done so. That's a strange sentence, but I know what it means. The former England international said, I'd like to thank the RFL for their fair decision and the York City Knights for their support and standing by me during this difficult time. I look forward to meeting up with the squad in early February and paying back that support.
How's he going to pay it back? Not with his winnings, that's for sure.
We don't know what the bet was.
No, but it says a lot about the man that he only left the club the week before, or month before, sorry, and then didn't have any inside information, doesn't it? Didn't make any friends in his short spell back at Wakefield. No, I mean, the headlines did read, Wakefield man found in betting scandal after celebrating bet that did not win. So, it was always going to be Ryan Atkins once that was the headline in the local press.